Okay, so next up, to try and give the Aztecs a blemish in the loss column, is our old friends, our old foes. It's rivalry week. The Fresno State Bulldogs are coming to Southern California, and they're pretty good. They always give us headaches. We always give them headaches. It doesn't matter who's up, who's down. Every time these two teams play, it is a tough, grinded out, not always pretty, but definitely a game that each side wants to win and is always proud. They fight for the old oil can trophy, but this year it means a lot more because this game may decide the Western Division of the Mountain West Conference. These are the top two teams. So, Coach, what should we expect to see, or how can the Aztecs walk away with the win and continue to be undefeated?
Well, first of all, and I got family in Fresno that are big Bulldog fans, and I love my family, but this week we're enemies, and I can't root for the Bulldogs with a full heart. I even got a former player who's playing for them right now, and love the kid, root for him, but when they're playing the Aztecs, I can't help but revert back to 1992 and that game at Jack Murphy Stadium that I'll never forget. Trent Dilford's their quarterback. We have Marshall Falk, and it's a big, big game, just like this week. Huge ramifications of who's going to come out as the winner. And you talk about emotions, you talk about just a battle. So that game, 1992, still gets under my skin. Just a big, big game. And it began for me, that game in 1992, that tough game that we lost to Fresno State. And the way we lost it, from that moment on, I got poured into the bucket of hatred for the Bulldog team there at Fresno State, and have a hard time, like I said, rooting for them. But like I said, I got family that roots for them hard. I love my family, of course, but this week, it's not a good week when it comes to our family is concerned and all that. So, and nothing better than beating down the Bulldogs, that's for sure. And this game, this weekend, because of how big this is, it's going to be real sweet if we can find a way to beat a very good football team, like you said. They're doing a lot of good things. This kid, Jake Hayner, Danville kid, Monte Vista High School, he's nice. He's special. And they got a couple of running backs that do some good things. And that head coach there at Fresno State, he's got these guys, believing. And they play tough football. They played Oregon this year. They played UCLA this year. And both of those games were, on the road. And boy, they didn't miss a beat. And so we got our work cut out for us. And I'm just so grateful that we got a defense that we got. It's going to be a special matchup watching our defense and how special they are take on a future NFL quarterback and a scheme that they run there. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a big challenge for our guys. But, who better than our Predator defense to go ahead and face these guys? And I just can't wait. A quick clip right here, because we got a kind of a quarterback like Oregon does here. And Fresno State, they know their defense they're expecting the defense to keep our offense low as far as on the score, because they want that offense of theirs to be on the field as much as possible to try to wear down our defense. Because I know they're not going to expect a ton of points against our defense, but the more they're on the field, the more they'll have chances to figure out what we do and all. And our offense, we got to come up with ways with our nice ground game and some ideas or whatever else. And I remember thinking, boy, it'll be nice to see a couple of this stuff from our guys, because our quarterback, Lucas Johnson, he is an athletic guy, does some nice things. And I know when I was coaching, I had an athletic quarterback by the name of James Jones, where I knew if I can teach him how to do some basic passing game stuff and concepts, I didn't have to coach him very hard on how to run the football. He was a natural athlete, so we made sure that part of our package was speed option. Oregon here, they're in a formation that we like to get in a lot too. You got two tight ends set, 12 personnel, and, it's a heavy run package. They're in a pistol look. Doesn't matter if you're kind of have the running back to the side like we like to do, but even in a pistol look, Oregon puts themselves in a quick position where they're going to run speed option to the weak side here. You got man coverage because it's 4th and 2 here. And this O-line here is going to do a real good job of sealing off this part, and they're going to option this guy. And so Oregon, as soon as they saw this and they're running this play, boy, you got yourself a nice little athletic move by that quarterback attacking, and they put an easy 7 on the board. And I'm like, man, that's definitely something that we can see our offense. It will marry itself well. So don't be surprised, Aztec Nation, if we see on Saturday that our coaching staff kind of puts Lucas Johnson in a similar situation just to give this Fresno State defense something extra to think about. All right. Now, defensively, that's the part that you know is going to be what all of the Mountain West Conference is going to be watching. How in the world are you going to slow down this Bulldog offense with this quarterback here? And how was it that teams slowed him down? And to be honest with you, no one really has. I mean, he has been really great. And as I was watching, studying film, there was a couple of things that I thought, well, maybe if they did this to him and he would show on film, no, he has an answer for that. Well, maybe if they did this to him, maybe they show him that. No, he has an answer for that. He really is a special quarterback. Thank God that we have a special defense, that they do so many things so well. They're tough to run the ball on. They're tough to throw the ball on because they really get to the quarterback in such a great way. But this week, I think the key is it's how we get to the quarterback. When we pressure them, how do we want to pressure him? And the key is that I kept thinking about, you definitely want to take the first primary read away from him. You want to get him to hold that ball where he has to go ahead and go through his progression, number one. Mm-hmm. So understand, I need to make this quarterback, who's not the tallest quarterback in the world, not the biggest quarterback in the world. They don't like to take hits. Okay. No quarterback does. I don't care how big you are. They don't like to take hits, but they especially don't like it when they see something pre-snap and then you change it up on post-snap, and now they have to go through their maneuvers. This Hainer kid, he goes through his progressions nicely. He's really good at that. So not only do you have to take his primary read away from him, you better add a special type of pressure. What do you mean by special type of pressure? We want to make sure that you get him rolling to his left. Don't let him roll and change the launching point, from a broken play to his right. He is so effective in doing that, where he still finds his time. And a lot of young quarterbacks are doing such a great job doing what Mahomes does on Sundays of just attacking the different launching points behind the line of scrimmage, but still getting his vision downfield where he can go ahead and get completions. And this Hainer kid, boy, he is special. He does the same thing, but no quarterback likes pressure up the middle, and no right-handed quarterback likes to make those kind of decisions on a consistent basis running to his left. UCLA does something really nice here. It's a 3rd down, 5 situation. Very important part of the game. 4th quarter, Fresno State's up. They want to keep moving the chains here. UCLA needs that ball back. And here's UCLA. They're showing a pressure. They're showing a pressure front. They got 7 guys up here in the box. They got 4 receivers to this side, single receiver to this side here. And Fresno State's going to go ahead and try to attack this weak side doing this simple. Well, this guy that's working, he ends up bailing is what he does. And they're going to go ahead and bracket this receiver. And you're going to see Hainer here. That's his primary. He's looking at his primary, and they took it away from him. And then you got a dropping DN on top of that. So UCLA shows something and then drops into something, recognizing from film study that we are going to take your primary away from you. Now, the rest of the side, the 4 receiver side, UCLA has to make sure that they're going to be sticky. In other words, they're going to go ahead and play a zone catch scheme, basically, of playing your zone and then take over these routes to go ahead and make sure you can get on it. But the important thing is they win on the belly inside the pressure of this pocket, and it forces this quarterback to have to go to his left. So now you've taken his primary read away. All right. Doesn't like that. And he doesn't get a chance to go through his progression because there's middle pressure coming up, and it's forcing him to run to his left. Now, what the Aztecs, be nice for them to go ahead and accomplish those same things. I know easier said than done, but where this DN he ends up focusing on making sure that he leverages that to take care of business. But the point here is it's a win for UCLA because they made this kid do something that no quarterback likes to go through. And that is take my primary read away. You got middle pressure and you're forcing me as a right-handed quarterback to run to my left, trying to figure things out on a fast mode going to my weak side. He's a brilliant thrower to his running to his left, but they don't want to do that on a consistent basis. And so you're trying to make sure that this special quarterback has an average, normal, very ordinary day come this Saturday. And who better than to get that accomplished than our Aztec defense? Nevada here, just last weekend, you're going to see that they do the exact same thing here. They're going to get middle pressure on Hainer here. And you get a 3 technique, nice spin move, and he's going to get that middle pressure. And you see this defense end just kind of hold the pocket here, forcing him to his left. All right. And because our 2 DNs there at San Diego State, they're very athletic. You want to welcome, you want to invite them to get into their territory and force this very athletic quarterback. That referee's got to get out of the way. Good thing she didn't get ran over there and all that would not have been good. And you force a throw where he's throwing behind the line of scrimmage and you're making a very potent quarterback with a tough, high executing type offense. You make him look really ordinary, real quick. If you can accomplish a couple of things, take away his primary read right away, get middle pressure and make him run where it is a tough throw. Don't let him all day get to his right. Force him to the left, force him to go that way. Have smart DNs knowing that, hey, we're going to go ahead and pretend like you can get around on us and make those pass routes or at least those pass throws a whole lot harder than what it can be. And like I said, San Diego State, they always understand one thing. We understand what you do best, and we're going to take it away from you. And so that's something that I'm going to look forward to on Saturday of watching our defense do great on things they've been doing all year, pressuring the quarterback, disguising coverages, and make him perform in areas that is not normal. It's a hard thing to perform in.
Fresno has definitely played some stiff competition this year, but have they faced a defense like the Aztecs? I'm not so sure. So we'll definitely be excited to watch. The game is this Saturday on CBS Sports, a 7:30 kickoff, I believe. It's being picked as the Aztecs being favored by 1, but it's basically a pick 'em. And of course, when you have an explosive offense like Fresno, you can't be mad at that, right? Even on the road. But
yeah, anytime you can make an individual who's a star have to do things that he's not comfortable with, and if he still gets it done, then you tip your hat off to that kind of performance. It's like basketball, right? You're in the guy's face, you make your shot tough on him, and if he sinks it, he sinks it. And so you just tip your hat. But one thing about this Aztec defense, not only do they know how to hunt, not only do they know how to disguise things so well and play as a unit, but more than anything, they are physical. They made Air Force feel their presence. And one thing watching film against this Fresno State team, I don't think they're as physical as we are. We'll see. But I really am looking forward to seeing our DBs and our linebackers put a hurt in on their skills, forcing some turnovers, causing that ball to get knocked out, whatever else, because Fresno State has shown in some previous games that they don't like big hits and they cough up the ball a little bit too much. And I know their coach on their coaching staff is going to go ahead and make sure that he is reminding his players, we got to take care of the ball this week. We don't want to give them a short field or whatever else. And in our offense, I'm really expecting them to have their A game ready. I can't wait to see Lucas Johnson and that offense do their thing. I'm looking forward to a big game by our running backs, all of them. Greg Bell to have a big game. And I really want to see our offensive line establish their presence in a big, big football game, because here it is. Here it is, Aztecs. This is your moment. This is a big game. This is historical. You got a lot of alumni. This game right here, along with the BYU games, these games mean something to us. And now you're the representation of Aztec Nation, and this is big. We're looking at you guys, And we believe in you guys. We know you're going to get it done. It's going to be a big game. Can't wait to celebrate with you young men to get this big thing done, and let them feel your presence. Let them feel this Aztec team and what you guys got going. Special team. Let's have a special Saturday.
All right, Coach Carrasco, Coach C, I want to thank you for your time once again every week joining us in the film room. And for all of our videos, you can definitely check it out here on our YouTube channel or go directly to sonsofmontezuma.com, where we have plenty articles, podcasts, and all kinds of fun things for all of Aztec Nation all around the nation. I want to thank everybody for watching these videos, all our viewers. Appreciate all the comments in the comment section and all the encouragement. Coach C, thanks for the time. Go Aztecs.
Go Aztecs.